your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, hustle for your boy, fix it for your boy, drop it for your, wow, 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 lift it up.
Well. Good morning. Happy Thursday. What's going on? Y'all get up in here and like the video. We got a few things to discuss. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Okay. I hope you guys had a wonderful day yesterday, and I hope your day so far is going well. You know, I really be trying to come on here earlier than I have been in recent times, but people just be wanting me to do stuff. Like, I didn't come to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, can you? No, I gotta go somewhere else. Like, Lord, you know, it's just a time. But y'all get up in here and like the video. Good morning from Chicago. Shout out Chicago. Y'all on the docket too. Shout out to my people in Chicago. Y'all know I love me some Chicago. Love Chicago down to the ground. Do you hear me? Love Chicago down. I ain't gonna lie. That's the first place I seen the real game. See, before that, the last place I had seen the game was on the movie Colors. In the movie, what's another gang movie? You know, I had seen them on the movies. But girl, I remember after Katrina, we went out there to Chicago, girl. You know, I was staying out there. Girl, we went to this place to order the deep dish pizza. I never forget. And I don't remember the name of the place, but girl, they had this like the people was behind bars. Like a bulletproof, not vest, a bulletproof glass and bars. I said, well, what's going on in here? And look at my auntie husband, because that's where he from. Oh, the pizza's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Girl, we couldn't even get our food. It was about 10 or 12 little YNs. That's what they were calling today, but they were real YNs. They were like 12, 13 years old. No cap. Like none of them was 14, 15, 16. I'm talking about they look like little bitty gangs. You know what I mean? Girl, them people came up in there and then they started banging all on the people stuff. I said, oh, that's why they got the bars and all of that. That's why they got it on there. Yeah, I didn't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know. My uncle, like I said, it's my auntie ex-husband. So he from there. So he was taking us up there to get that deep dish pizza, girl. And before we could get the pizza, I thought we was going to get robbed. But it turns out they didn't rob us. They went on. They must have knew we was what they called us, refugees. They must have knew we was refugees. Speaking of, well, I'm going to come back to that. But they must have knew we was refugees. And they left us alone. Shout out to us. But that was the first time I seen the gang up front. And I said, wow, you know, Tiffany said I would have left the pizza right there. You know, when you come from a town where Negroes crash out anyway, things like that, you kind of move a little different. Not probably in the best way, but we weren't scared. We just was looking like, you know. New Orleans, we didn't have gangs back then. I don't know what them churn doing now. We didn't have no gangs. So, you know, New Orleans it's a rough place. You know, we used to be the unaliving capital for a little while. So, you know, we done seen a few things. So seeing them churn coming in there acting a fool, you know, it was just like, oh, these kids. I was just most surprised that they was as young as they was, you know. That's what it was for me. But speaking of refugee, how is it that people from New Orleans go through a man-made natural disaster? Don't let that part go over your head. Man-made natural disaster. And we gotta go elsewhere because everybody's houses and things are underwater. And we get called a refugee, and these illegal immigrants come in and we gotta call them migrants. You know what I mean? Like, make it make sense. Girl. A time. Well, we done finally made it down to the day, y'all. Here it go. We have finally made it down to the day. It's Miss Parker's birthday. Shout out to Miss Parker. Everybody, Scorpios, I just want to say, I don't know when y'all last day is. And I'm not saying that I want y'all to go up, to get up out of here or go home. I'm just saying, shout out to the Scorpios or whatever. Miss Parker, she's been counting down since January for this day. So Miss Parker is a real friend in real life. I love her down to the ground. She's my head moderator on here. She keeps the girls keeps the girls girling. She keeps the people in the chat in line. And I honestly, I've done a lot, but she's helped me with so much that I can't even put it into words. And I'm so happy to have met her and known her. And Cliffside said today his papa birthday. Oh, happy birthday, papa. But look, I'm so happy to have met her and known her. We talk all the time, damn near every day. And I'm just so happy to say happy birthday to a real dear friend of mine. I appreciate you, Faye, and all you do. I do. I really do. Send me. I'm gonna send you a little something on the side. But since we on here, to Clifton's papa and Miss Parker and whoever else got a birthday, it's about 15 of y'all about to pull up. Y'all pop out like them churn did up in Chicago. Them see them Scorpios and whatnot. It don't never just be one birthday. It's always about 15. So it's gonna be about 15 more y'all pop in and out through the live. Talking about, oh, it's my birthday, it's my birthday. To all of y'all, like them churn in Chicago, I'm scared, but happy birthday. Love y'all down to the ground. Let's get the birthday song up here. Get the cakes in the chat so we can get on with the show. And I love you, Miss Parker, and I hope you have as many more as you want. And no more than that. All right, love y'all. Let me get the birthday song on here. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy Shout out to Miss Parker, man. Happy birthday. Love your fat. Happy birthday to Clifton Pawpaw and everybody else in the chat who got a birthday. Love y'all down to the ground. Okay. When I was getting off the live yesterday, y'all know I still be reading the comments when I be ending the live because they still be coming through. And I had did the birthday at the end for Dante Official. Shout out to Dante Official. And somebody said, oh, I'm so glad y'all put these birthdays at the end because y'all be blowing me. Girl, when I tell you I was tickle pink, I say, and I need to start doing that. I need to start putting the birthdays on the end. That's what I need to do because I want to, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe at the very beginning or on the end because I thought about it after I left and I was like, that dude, and I understand how people could be annoyed. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I love y'all, man. Y'all really being here supporting the girl, and I'm here for it. But when I saw that comment, I was weak. I was saying, Lord, she said, I'm so glad. I'm Lord Jesus. I'm so glad. Whew, it was a time. But yay, happy birthday to everybody with a birthday. Now let's get into the show. Before we do that, remember I told y'all they tell y'all everything, all the truth in the movies. Remember I told you that? I know what I said. I was there when I said it. I told y'all they tell you truth in movies. I say, listen, in the movies, they'll give you a lot of BS, but there's a lot of truth in it. So y'all know I'm rebraiding my hair. I'm in between braids. And I did enough too to put it in a ponytail, girl, because I was going to try to do up the back and then come to the girl. No. But anyways, listen, y'all get the likes up, girl. The likes is ugly. Get the likes up. But I was watching while I'm braiding my hair. I was watching the movie Life because I don't like look in the mirror. I just go with the move. Like the ancestors guide my fingers. I don't know. So I started watching the movie Life, and it dawned on me. Y'all remember when they first got them, and it was like Claude and Ray, and they went to meeting everybody, and they went to eat. No, before they did that, the first night they got in there, the guy who was in charge was like the clear man. He was like, We got a ditch need digging in the morning, so I hope you girls get a good night's sleep. And then I was like, wait a minute. And then they get there. Remember they whatever. Then they were doing railroad work. Long story short, and I knew this, but I didn't look at it in this capacity. So you do know that the prison system or the jail system was basically set up for slavery, right? Because at the end of the day, the clears didn't have the capacity, not the Latinos, even though they wasn't even over here yet, for real. But nobody else had the capacity to build up this land because they didn't know the land. We created the doggone railroads. We created everything that they have here, right? And they disproportionately locked up FBA, Black Americans, because they knew that they needed them to do the work. Hell, as quiet as it's kept, Scamala had locked up a bunch of Black men and didn't want to let them go in, remember, in Cali recently. Now, why is this important? We already know we build America. Like anybody else who say anything like the Latinos and all them other people, just ignore them or at least fact check them because they're a bunch of BS. But they put these people in the system to build up America because they physically couldn't do it and they didn't know how to do it. And that's why they always had a Black person in charge of them, like just like in the movie Life. And it's just about getting hard. Like, remember, I'm sorry I'm rambling, but remember at the end when they were out there hunting for the birds? And the man who put him in prison for life that lied on them, they went and picked him up from the bus station. And when he finally came out with the daddy watch and Claude, no, Ray was like, give me my daddy watch. And they broke it up. And then, no, because Ray was about to shoot him. And the man said, the sheriff said, is this true? Did you lie on them? He was like, who cares if it's true? At least the state of Mississippi got hard, cheap labor out of them. And it dawned on me. I said, oh, that's why they lock Black people up. Now, see, now in the prison system, for real, they're not doing much hard labor no more because really everything almost built, you know. However, they still do make money off the prisoners. And that was and is slavery. Because a lot of those Black men who were locked up back then were wrongfully convicted. And these are the facts. And they locked these men up not because they really did anything wrong. Like if they needed a railroad digging, they go find some Negroes and lock their behinds up, you know. But it just dawned on me. I'm going to look into that and we're going to do an educational Friday or maybe a video or something on that. But pay attention to these movies, man. These movies be telling y'all the truth. Because I went and Googled it. And that's just off of regular Google. I went and Googled it. And it's called convict leasing. That's what it's called. Convict leasing. Pay attention to words. Convict leasing. That's what they called it. And that was literally against the law because most of those people were wrongfully convicted in the first place. But neither here nor there. Yes, cheap labor like with the illegals, but they don't have to pay the Black people nothing. What does that remind you of? If they illegally locking up Black people, hear me out. They're illegally locking up Black people and they don't have to pay them anything. What comes to mind? Who else that we've learned about worked for free and didn't get paid? There you go. See what I'm saying? So there you go. So when you talk about slavery, it's not just the plantation they showed you at the high school. That's not what that is. It's that too, but it's not just that. It came from so many different ways, and that's why I say when we talk about reparations, we are owed reparations in so many different ways. I just don't want us to stay laser focused on that BS with the root stuff and we came off a boat. I need us to get, even if you want to believe that, I need us to pivot from that and actually think about and go back into our genealogy and see what exactly our ancestors went through, because it's so many reparations that need to be paid to us for literally everything they did. Literally everything they did. But I just wanted to bring that up here. Convict leasing is the name of it, though. That was crazy when I looked it up. Oh yeah, exactly. Slavery definitely was told in reverse. And that's the thing. It's all a big tale. It's literally all a big tale, because they'll tell us that we came off a boat from Africa, but where did Elon Musk just come from? hold that part. You see what I'm saying? Hold that part. Thank you, sipping a hot tea with D for the super chat. Happy birthday on my big sis. Oh, my big sis, Miss Parker. I love you for real, for real. Oh, thank you, baby. Happy birthday, Miss Parker. Happy birthday. And thank you, sipping the hot tea with D. Crystal Crockett, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all like the video so we can get into the show. Yes, they come from Africa, but they tell us we came from Africa. They said we came off the boat, but we got proof that they came off a boat, Ellis Island. I was just thinking about that, but yeah, y'all get in here and like the video. Now, these are the things we're gonna discuss. Don Lemon and Joy Reid leave Twitter. And I'm over here asking why they made an announcement. They should have just deactivated their pages. They think they're going to start a movement where all the liberals or the left-winging people going to get off of Twitter. And I think they should. I think they should. Too Grown For You says Dame Dash talked about this and said the top music people has hands in the prison system. Girl, it's not just the top music people. The top people all over. As a matter of fact, didn't Michael Jordan invest in the prison system? Hold that. I told y'all, it's not just about race. We got to move off that race thing. We got to keep it in mind and keep our head on the swivel when it comes to race. When we figure out that the people who betrayed us was our own, that's when we going to start to wake up. That's when we going to start to wake up. When we start realizing everybody that look like us ain't us, number one. Two, even the ones who is us ain't for us. We gonna be a bad set of people. You feel me? We gonna be a bad set of people because none of this could happen without the help of us. None of this could happen without the help of us. So we gotta start looking different in these streets. I'm telling you. All the people with money is over there investing. I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna talk about Chicago. Mayor Johnson is standing on his what he called business. He says that he will not be deporting people, and he's not gonna turn his police into ICE to deport them illegal immigrants. As a matter of fact, it's alleged that he around there hiding the immigrants. We'll get into it. Trump done released the White House to Biden, girl. He was so happy and so, girl, I ain't never seen him so full of life. You know, Trump was almost, not Trump, Biden. Biden was almost on the DI's list, girl. But when he handed the White House over to Trump, girl, he was full of happy and joy, girl. I said, now who done gave Biden a shot of B12? Girl, they must have put some of that good, that powder that they found up in there. They must have let him hit a line, girl. He was so chipper and happy. He was just chipper and happy. Girl, let me find out Biden was in on scandalous getting slammed down to the ground. Girl, we gonna get into it. Denzel kissed a man. I told y'all niggas. Hold on. Hey, I don't want to hear it because we gonna get into it. Denzel kissed a man. Now y'all don't be going to him. Oh, but Denzel's been around since the 90s. We've never heard anything disparaging. He would never. Well, he done kissed a man, and I told y'all niggas.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was swearing, but I told y'all niggas.
Yeah, did say that, but we gonna get into it. Then we got Skai Jackson taking the biggest L that she can, and I say that's good for her. Her baby daddy is embarrassing her, calling her a Disney bi. You know what? We'll get into that. And then Angel Reese wants to be an IG model. So let's start with Angel Reese. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please. It's literally free. So like the video. Like, I really don't understand why we're not liking the video. Now, let's get Angel Reese up here. Hold on. Let's get her on here. Shout out to Angel Reese. First of all, Angel Reese is a phenomenal basketball player. She is exactly where she belongs as a basketball player. But I watch how the media use one and the other, because Angel Reese and what's the other girl named Caitlin Clark, the TS, she looked like a TS to me. I'm sorry. But they both are being used. It's just that one is being used for one agenda and the other is being used for the other agenda. Now, this is where my problem come in. I told y'all when I seen her put that symbol over her eye, I told y'all she was gone. Whoever was on here, I've been told y'all when she first said she was going to the league and she started going to them celebrity parties and going to these awards and she took the picture with the thing over the eye, I said she gone. I told y'all. Now I actually like Angel Reese. I really like Angel Reese. I think she's a dope basketball player. But I'm noticing that they push Angel Reese to attract men to the sport by being overly sexual, and then they'll turn around and push Caitlin Clark and fudge her numbers so that she can be the face of the actual sport. So what it is Angel Reese is not going to be known for basketball. Remember, these are the people who are going to write the history. Angel Reese will not be known for basketball. As a matter of fact, if I was in the future 50 to 100 years from now and the WNBA is lit, I'd probably go out on a limb and say they'll say that Angel Reese was an okay basketball player, but she ended up getting in the league because of Caitlin Clark. And then when she got in the league, she kind of didn't do well. Remember, she got hurt. Oh yeah, she didn't do well, and so she just ended up quitting and being a dot. Let me tell y'all something. I told y'all when they pit them two against each other, and Angel Reese mysteriously got hurt when she was on roll for MVP. They don't want no black woman to be the face of this thing. They want that TS girl, Caitlyn, alleged TS. They want her hard face, manly features to be the face of this, because we all know that the Clears colonize, they integrate, and then they infiltrate. Right? Believe it or not, we are told that they created the game, but they never created basketball, football, baseball, soccer, none of that. That's all us in the Americas. Okay, don't ever get that twisted. Don't ever get that twisted. So Caitlin Clark, with all those gifts and talents, literally decided she was just gonna throw it all the way to just become a thought. And don't get me wrong, I get it. These young girls, this is like normal nowadays. This is what they do. The girls are just naked, and you can thank your Sexy Red, your Glorillas, your Sukianas. You can thank those girls, your Nikki's. You can thank those girls for that. Kim, you can thank those girls for that. Trina, you can thank those girls for that. However, when I just find it funny that it's only Angel Reese being pushed to the forefront under this ideology, and all that she's all worked hard for is going to waste. Now, Angel Reese is probably making good money. I know she's not making it on the WNBA side because they don't play that well. But history is not going to be in Angel Reese's favor on this. And I don't think she understands it nor probably thinks about it because she's a young lady. She's in her early 20s, girl. She lit. She having fun. But ultimately, history will not be in the favor of Angel Reese. And it was harsh when Charleston White said it, but sometimes you just got to say it how it is. He said she don't want to be no basketball player. She want to be a hoe. She want to be a thot. He said, and in 2 years, she won't be playing no more basketball. And when he said it, I was like, that's true. But I was like, but who knows? She might go boom, boom, boom. And then as I saw her trending today, and I kept scrolling, and most of the pictures look like this, and maybe a few of them were basketball, I said, yeah. So shout out to Angel Reese, man. They got her. I don't think this would have been the trajectory she wanted to go in, but once you get into that celebrity powers that be, you got to do what them people tell you to do. You don't get to say no. You literally do not get to say no. So shout out to this young lady, Angel Reese. And like I said, I really hope history looks fine to her, but I seriously doubt it. Like, seriously doubt it. Like, seriously. So anyways, yeah, keep Angel Reese in your prayers, because I really like Angel Reese for real. I really do. I really adore her. I like her. I just hate that she's, they turn her into the prostitute and the other one into the champion. That's messing with me a little bit, over a game that we created, over a game that we created. Shaq, her handler. Oh, yay. They all got handlers. And let me say this too. I don't think that no man should disrespect a woman at all under any circumstances. Period. I also want my young black women to understand that when you put that out there, you put yourself up for disrespect, because every man ain't gonna be respectful. Every man wasn't raised to respect you as a young lady. And also there's a level of respecting yourself. twerking all the time, showing your ass for a nigga could see your face, being butt naked damn near all the time, you are not gonna find quality people because the people won't see quality in you as a young lady. This is what I would tell my child, or what I have told my child, or you know what I mean, or young my nieces. It's cool now because it's lit, but you're not gonna find quality if they don't see any quality in you. And you know, that's just that. That's why you think people like Trina have a hard time with relationships. Nikki have a hard time with relationships. She done settled for Michael Myers over there. Lil Kim have a hard time with relationships. Trina had a hard time with relationships. All these IG models and all these girls have hard time with relationships because, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, men look at women and see certain things, and there's value that they see in certain women, and there's some that they don't. When they don't see anything in you because you put out nothing to give them to see, Carisha, all of them, Cardi, all of them. Listen, think about it. Meg, all of them. Think about what I'm saying. Kim Kardashian, all of them. Think about what I'm saying. They all exude sexuality, right? And how do their relationships work? In a perfect world, a woman should be able to say and do whatever she wants and still get the outcome that she wants. In a perfect world, but we not in that type of perfect world. Nigga said Rashida put it on them, make them want to marry me. Girl, Rashida, you know, I think Rashida was dropped on her head as a little girl. For real. You know, her mom already look a little off. You know, I think her mama probably was arguing with her daddy. You know what I'm saying? And one day they got into it and he went to grab on her and she was like, get your hands on me. Or this what she probably did. But see, she probably had Rashida in her hands. So the daddy went to grab her and this probably was Rashida mama.
Yeah. Hey, you get your fucking hands off me.
And when she did that and injected back, Rashida probably fell out the other side of her arms. I think that. I think she probably hit her head. They probably had concrete floors in the project back then. She probably hit her little head or something or whatever. You know, the mama, you know, back then it's the 70s, maybe the late 60s. Who knows, you know, how old Rashida is, you know. But that's in the conversation for another day. You know, late 60s, early 70s, them people didn't really rush you down to the hospital like that. You know, they just kind of like rub your head and tell you go lay down. So then she probably rubbed her little head and told her baby daddy, see, you made me drop my baby, you know, type T's. And we just didn't know she suffered a severe concussion. She been concussed ever since. Put it on them, make them want to marry me. You got to be something wrong. Something got to be wrong in your head to get in the studio and say something like that. Put it on them, make them want to marry me. Put it on them, make them want to marry me. Yeah, something wrong. It's got to be something, I don't know, borderline schizo possibly. I don't know. Something got to go wrong. Like, why it's got to cross different for you to write a song and say this gonna be the hook. Put it on them, make them want to marry me. Yeah, something had to be wrong. So I'm just saying that's probably what happened. You know, I wasn't there, but you know, times was different in the 60s. Who knows what happened when Rashida, you know, was with her mama. But nevertheless, let's move on. Yeah, we gotta move on. Now, yeah, gave her some tussin. Look, gave her some of that tussin, probably gave her a little swig of whiskey. You know, back then they used to get them churn a little liquor. You know what I'm saying? Something to coat the stomach. Oh, she crying, she keep crying. Give her a little swig of liquor. They probably gave her a little tussin mixed with a little whiskey or something like that. You know, put her to bed. She went to sleep. She woke up. The mom was like, oh, she good. Turns out she wasn't. Put it on them, make them want to marry me. Girl, Rashida, please, girl. Whew. She a different breed. But back to what I was saying so we can move on. I'm saying that all these women who exude so much sexuality end up having a hard time with relationships. And you can call it a coincidence, but I say there's a natural order of things and there's a natural way of things that's supposed to happen. And being too sexual is never going to get people, for the most part, the results that they want. You feel me? Yeah. Now let's move on. So now we gotta go get. Are we gonna go get Skai, the little girl Skai? Hold on. Let's go get Denzel. Let me make y'all mad right quick. You know me, love to make the people mad. So Denzel did the movie Gladiator. I hope you guys go out and see it. And he said he had to kiss a man, girl. Hold on, let me go get it. Y'all like the video. Now, this is going to hurt a few people. And I just want to say, I'm here if you need a shoulder to cry on. And let me say this as well. You know, for the longest, I never seen Denzel in no BS until I heard the girl Allie Carter come out and say Denzel with the BS too. Remember, Denzel, you gotta lead a party early, telling Will how to get out of the devil come at the height of your career. Well, Denzel, how you get the way you at? What did you do? And you know, before he got up out of there, they definitely wanted to, you know, get him a humiliation ritual going, because ultimately he said he retired, right? And in this movie Gladiator, Denzel comes out and tells the people randomly, nobody asked, he just came out and volunteered the information that he kissed a man in the movie. Now this is where I get crazy. I remember one time Denzel, they wanted him to cast in a movie where he kissed a clear woman, and he said no, he would never do any scenes in any type of love scenes unless it's with a Negro woman. Put a 1 in the chat. He said Negro or Latina or something like that. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard him say that. I remember it. He said, I'm not doing no scenes with no other women unless they black or brown. That's back when, you know, we thought it was a coalition type tease. But so he was so adamant and he made it so far, you know what I mean, without kissing a clear woman, but a man would suffice. I told y'all, these people do not own themselves. They do what they are told. Puppets is what they are. Let's get him up here to tell y'all himself. Hold on.
They actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it. They cut it. I think they got chicken.
I loved the film. I wore rings and, you know, inspired by your character.
Yeah, I see you got
I love
all
when
10 fingers. There you go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Double sometimes, you know, you got to get them all in. Like every time.
What about the earring game?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, not yours is probably, your game is probably better than mine, but I'm trying. I'm trying to be as cool as him because really he's very cool. And I wanted to get started. In a recent Q&A that you did, you mentioned your excitement to work with Ridley Scott and that he was a big part of you wanting to be in this film. So I'm curious, is there any other directors that you would sign on to a project in a heartbeat if you saw their name?
I've been having great conversations, or I've had some great conversations.
Now, to give context, because I don't want to be false reporting the man. Now, he did say in context, remember in the Gladiator, the people were supposed to be, what is it, Greek or Roman Empire. Nevertheless, either or, them people was gay as two left shoes. I hope y'all know that. As a matter of fact, it has already been said that when most people went out to war, y'all, the men was out there sleeping with each other, because they were gone for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? So to give him context, what he was saying was in the scene, he goes to kiss the man on the lips. He said they didn't use it. He said, but right after that, he unalives the man. Now, I don't know what context it is. I haven't seen the movie. However, the fact that he would say that and we didn't even ask, like if they cut it from the film, we wouldn't have never known. So why would he come out and tell us this? Because he is told what to do. Now, why they took it from the film, I don't know. However, I'm telling you, Babylon is falling, Babylon is falling, Babylon is falling. And your faves are going to come in question. Every single one of them. None of them are off limits. Not Kendrick Lamar, not Denzel, not Angela Bassett. Not every one of them will fall. Babylon is already falling. Celebrities ain't even celebrity no more. Celebrities ain't even celebrity no more. So, you know, who knows? Just me said that is YT culture, not no black culture. Well, I beg to differ, because around those times, the ancient Greek and Romans were melanated people. Now, were they FBA? No. But in the century of which they speak of as it pertains to these times, they were melanated. I hope y'all know that. Remember, keep in mind, the clears ain't but 6,000 years old. Don't let that go over your head. The clears are only 6,000 years old. These ancient times they speak of, the earth was filled with melanated people. So no, they're not us, but they were melanated. So Take that information and do with it as you please. But who knows, girl? Listen, the clear people are giving us the history. It probably never existed. They probably put that in there. You know what I mean? Because to mess with their little fantasies. I don't know. Yep, Shakespeare was melanated. Yeah. Caesar Borgia, he was melanated. All of them people were melanated. Christopher Columbus, melanated. All those people were melanated. You know what I mean? Economic warfare says for them to control the world, and they're only 6,000 years old is crazy. Because I'm about to let y'all in on a secret. They don't really control the world. Not only that, they were able to get control because of us. And add in a little razzle dazzle of Freemasons, and you got it. Because see, that's who built the country, the Freemasons, along with witchcraft and things of that nature. But neither here nor there. Booker T. Washington, Freemason. They were all free. Don't get me started on Booker T. I'm on Booker T. Washington. I'm on your ass. All them niggas was half and halves, and ain't nothing wrong with being a half and half. But we've seen what history has done. I'm on Booker T. ass. We Educational Friday. We'll be around there. I'm on Booker T. ass. Listen, all them people were Freemasons. All of them. Child, let's move on. Girl, I guess we'll go get since Denzel done kissed the girl. We got another honorable mention. On today marks the day. Hold on, let me get it up here. That Ruby Bridges Moe decided to put her child in harm's way, all to be on film in New Orleans to stage this whole desegregation of the schools thing and have her walk down the stairs with an angry mob of clears foaming at the mouth, wanting to take the little girl head off. Today marks the anniversary of Ruby Bridges Moe selling her down to the people for a few dollars. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because again, as a mother, you couldn't have paid me in those time to have my child walk up to no doggone school and I knew them clears around there acting a fool. You know what I mean? But neither here nor there. Today marks the anniversary of Ruby Bridges walking down the stairs to a school. They say when she got in there, wasn't nobody else in there but her. But today marks the day. And look at the angry clears. Look at the angry clears. Could you imagine the obscenities they were yelling to this young girl, this little baby? Could you imagine the obscenery they were yelling to this baby? Look at him. Looking like the sun ready to fry him down like a doggone piece of fish. You feel what I'm saying? Looking like, girl, I ain't seen this much sun. Girl, look at him. Poor Ruby. It wasn't your fault. It was your mom fault for sending you down there to make this so-called history. Girl, that was all staged. But neither here nor there. Yay. Shout out to Ruby Bridges and her mom. I don't know why we celebrate this. At least we probably didn't have the best facilities, but we had our own education. We didn't fall under their indoctrinated education. We really learned the basics, how to read, how to write, our real history. But nevertheless, here we go. Yay, shout out to Ruby Bridges. Your mom could have did a better job on your head, but it's your day today. Happy anniversary, fag. Get off of here. Now, I know a lot of y'all was looking, I found this picture of Joy Reid, right? And I said, girl, Joy Reid, what is this? Why is she on here looking like this? You know, Joy Reid looks like a cartoon character straight out of a comic book. You know what I mean? This is an ugly woman. I ain't about to say unattractive, do all that. She an ugly ass lady. You know, this is an ugly ass. Ooh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. You didn't make me look like that. Oh, the Most High, thank you every day, Lord. Thank you. I'd say a prayer to you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, Most High. Not Jesus. Thank you, the Most High, boy. You looked out for me, because, boy, if I'd have came out looking like that, I'd have jumped off the bridge. Do you hear me? But anyways, Joy Reid and her hairline decided to come out and say that she quit Twitter. And I'm over here saying, girl, we didn't ask you that. We don't even be looking for you. Matter of fact, we be mad when people reposting you. Like, what you on here telling us for? Like, oh, her and Don Lemonade with his clear husband. They done came on here Get Don Lemonade up here. He said that he quit Twitter. He said because Twitter has headquarters down in Texas, and Texas is a conservative state, and he know that all decisions and things of that nature going down to Texas and something like that. I don't know, girl. It don't even matter. Let me get hold on 1 second. It was really stupid for them to even announce, but at least I will give this to Joy Reid. At least Joy Reid literally just left the app. Tell me why Don Lemonade made the announcement and still there. Talking about you can find me on YouTube. Nigga, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see any of them. You know? Girl, Joy Reid left the app. And when they went to search, I didn't go search. Somebody else, they be putting the receipts. Joy Reid gone. She gone. But somehow Don Lemonade is still there. And I'm over here saying, child, they got enough going on because the left news people are losing people. They say they about to get fired. They say they about to fire everybody. And I'm pretty sure Don Lemonade with his clear husband gonna say, I'd have been fired from better places. You know what I mean? MSNBC, the numbers have tanked. America's basically realizing that, hey girl, yay, y'all really been lying to us and pushing a whole bunch of propaganda. For real, Ryan said all the YouTubers, the Democratic YouTubers losing subscribers because and you know what too? It brings me back to Don Lemonade was on the T.S. Madison show lying about the Democrats. Of course, that's what he do. Listen, let me tell you something. When it comes down to the Democratic subscribers, it's not because Trump won, and it's not even because Kamala lost. I think that people are starting to realize that we being played with. You know what I mean? And they starting to now wake up and see how weird the left was doing. As far as going so far left to where it's affecting the kids and stuff like that. I think that's what it is. And you know what? I'll say this too. I feel bad for my Negro LGBTQIA plus members because just like with Black Lives Matter, they really believe in the movement because they really believe in their heart of hearts that it's for them and it's to help them. They do believe that. And unfortunately, some of them will realize that it's not true, and then some of them won't, and they really will go down. And even Black women, I feel bad for them too, because they really feel like these things are in place for them to do well, and it's really not. And that's what's happening with these people losing these channels. They starting to realize, like, girl, like, people realizing y'all is batshit crazy. You know what I mean? Now they got some still on over there, and I ain't mad at it. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of people like, and that's why they losing a lot of subscribers and stuff, and people getting fired. Zara, thank you for the super chat. Boo, did you see Megan from Fox talk about Joy hairline? It was funny, but I didn't want it to come from a clear woman. I didn't see it. Let's get Joy hairline up here. Hold on, Joy, where you at? Get her up here. Joy, girl. Joy look like that little cartoon. She looks so bad. Oh my God. Thank you, Lord. You didn't make me look like her. You must have knew what I could handle. I couldn't handle that. I ain't gonna lie, I jump off the bridge. No cap. If I had to look like that for real, girl, how you gonna have confidence? How you gonna wake up in the morning feeling confident and you look like this? Girl, please. Shout out to Joy Reid though. So they done left Twitter, girl. Like we really give a damn. And here's some of the ratings to what's going on with the left, you guys. So apparently these are some of the statistics of these people's platforms, right? So MSNBC rating collapse. Joy Reid down 54.6%. Ari Melber, I don't know who that is, but she down 49.6%. Chris Hayes down 47.2%. Alex Wagner 53.6%. Morning Joe 39.6%. Stephanie Rule down 67%. Whoever she is, she bad. And Andrea Mitchell down 39.7%. As you can see, the people are just like, yeah, girl, we done. We done. But yeah, hopefully this goes in the direction that we want it to go, where people start to realize the mainstream media is really a bunch of bull. Speaking of the mainstream media, I'm so also glad that it didn't go the left's way, because they were going to start censoring bloggers like myself and independent platforms, because they don't have the control of the news anymore. You know, they don't have control of the news anymore. See, prior to, in order for you to know what was going on in the world, you had to turn on the TV and watch the news. Even before podcasts were really going big. But now more people want to hear what's going on from people who are here. Like, they don't want to hear from the Joy Reids or the rolling big fat neck Martin, or you know what I mean, or even Fox News. They don't want to hear from that. They want to hear from the people who gonna do the real research and come back and be like, this is it. And then people can check temperaments and see who really is on here just, giving information for real and trying to help people, even if they're wrong, trying to help people, or people who just trying to lead you astray. You can check that temperature with an actual person versus these actors, because I don't know if y'all know that these anchors and TV, those are actors. They're literal actors. They go over a script before they come on any of these, all of them. They go over a script before they come over these news channels. So a lot of people would rather get the news from regular people, because I can watch a video and be like, oh yeah, she full of shit. She full of shit. Or he full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just feel the aura. Speaking of full of shit, off topic. Girl, I went down the Lovely T channel. And Lovely T, first of all, shout out to me for not being in bed with no celebrity, because I don't never want to have to get on here and lie to y'all. Tell me why Lovely T did that a video on Cardi B and her speech. Y'all remember the speech when Cardi B couldn't read and had to wait for her phone to even say something? Girl, Lovely T said Cardi B did a good job. Girl, I almost threw my phone. Boy, you know how hard she had to twist her lips up to tell that lie. You see what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. They make me look at this. I'm starting to squint my eyes now. Like, come on, man. Like, for real. But the chat, listen, one thing about the comments, they passed the vibe check. Everybody was like, oh, Lovely T, girl, go lay down. Girl, that was horrible. You crazy. So, shout out to the people. But that's what this is about. And it ain't nothing for nobody to unsubscribe, because they just was like, oh girl, we already know that's your home girl, so you gonna get on here and say she did good. Girl, please, she was horrible. That's the worst speaking I've ever seen in my life. And I've been to plenty places where people speak. But girl, like, Cardi B did a good job. Girl, I almost threw my phone when I heard her say that. Girl, Lovely T, go lay down. But anyway, but see, that's what I was talking about with having the word from the bloggers. You can kind of check the temperature of the people. Now, don't get me wrong. Same situation. If CNN, MSNBC, and all these people would have played the speech, chopped it up, edited, and showed Cardi, did some AI stuff, and showed the speech, and everybody would have said Cardi B did good, then guess what? We would have all thought Cardi B did good. We would have all thought Cardi B did good. I wasn't in the chat. I don't be catching her live. Yeah, Lovely T ain't from Acorn. She ain't Acorn. She not Acorn. She an African. Ain't she Nigerian or something, huh? She an African. Cosplaying, type tease. But I ain't no beef and no shade. I'm just saying she's not Acorn. She's not FBA. She's not. But like I said, that's what this is for. And the media, the mainstream media, can't take that. They can't take that at all. So I'm just telling y'all now, y'all get the likes up on the video. It's looking bad for the mainstream media, and especially the left, because the people is really tired of the bull. And people want their kids back. People don't want to have to sit around and, worried about where their kids and what you teaching my child. And all to the parents who be in the chats talking about that's not true. They don't teach that to my kids. They're the main ones don't even ask their children how their day was and what they learned today. I tell y'all all the time. Talk to your kids. How was your day? What did y'all learn today? You'll be surprised what your child gonna tell you. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, girl. And then that's another thing. Under the comments, under Lovely T, they're talking about because she drops the N-vibe like it's nothing. Oh, well, she's an Afro-Latina. I'm so tired of you ignorant Negroes. I am so tired of you ignorant Negroes running around here saying this hoe is an Afro-Latina. She is a conquistador. Period, point blank. Girl, let's move on. Now, we moving on to, where we going next? Who else I got on this docket? Let's get Skai Jackson up here, girl. I would say post Skai, but I'll be lying. I don't give a damn about no Skai. I don't. Now, wasn't she a little Disney character, little girl? Wasn't she the Disney character girl? Skai Jackson has a felon baby father who looks like he stinks. He looks like he musty. He looks like he doesn't take baths. He looks like if you don't tell him to bathe, he won't for days at a time. He's a bum, obviously. That's apparent. He's a bum, and I, for the life of me, would say I don't understand why she's with him. But then I thought about it. Nah, it's on brand. Typically, women who do well for themselves go get the worst of the worst. That's how this goes. And this is to black women in the chat. I don't understand that. You work hard, you go all these years to school, you're going to do all of this shit to pick yourself up, and then you go find a nigga off the curb, dust them off. Well, she ain't even dust this one off. She just put him out there. She just put him out there. You know what I mean? Like, she ain't even dust this one off. She just put him out there. But nevertheless, y'all go pick these nutting ass niggas, dust them off, dress them up, put them in front of us like they did Ned the Wino on that episode of Good Times, and then when Mad Day come and he tell us, or we find out he ain't got a doggone dime, yeah, then all the truth come out. Then it's, what car is you gonna drive, Lewis? Girl, we been saying that. It's just your people were saying that too. They were just saying that under their breath. We knew Lewis ain't had no car. Just like we know Skai Jackson, old man, ain't shit. Okay? So he had already embarrassed her. They was walking up the street. She was looking like a homeless person. Now, this is an ex-Disney star. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me some of the things she done seen and went through over there with Disney. If y'all think, listen, y'all think what they showed y'all over there with Nickelodeon was bad. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Saint says she bipolar. It wouldn't surprise me. All that stuff them children go through, man, watch out. Remember, I told y'all the mamas be selling them. The mamas be selling them. Let's talk about it. But anyway, his ugly ass got on here and disrespected her again. And I don't understand for the life of me why black women are mad. Girl, let these people get embarrassed by themselves. So this was one of the things that he posted. Is it this one? He says, on WAP, I'm salty. I got this dumbass Disney Channel bitch pregnant. I hate this hoe. This the boy. This the boy. This is her baby father. This is who she decided to lay down and let him skeet off in there. I never understand it. My coochie dry up, it get the clenching. You know what I mean? When I see Negroes like that, I ain't no cap. My legs get the clenching closed, girl. You know, I don't know. It triggers something in my brain, you know. But anyways, hold on. Let me go get his video, girl. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get the video. So this is him on here talking about her. Mind you, let's get her up here. First of all, pregnancy looks amazing on her. Beautiful girl. See that weight on her? Girl, it looks good on her, huh? Don't it? She looks so pretty pregnant. Her face is full. It's not even too full. It's almost like, girl, like, you know what I mean? Like, she looks amazing to me. Pregnancy look good on some women. Now, my coworker, I remember when she got pregnant. Oh, girl, she looked like a bull. She looked so bad. But she looks gorgeous. You know, she ain't nothing but 100 pounds soaking wet after a 3-course meal. But yay. So this the girl right here. She pregnant for him, and he over there saying he hate that he got this Disney Channel asshole pregnant. Somebody said delete it. He said hell no. Right? Now I want to go here so you can see some of his antics in the type of person. Oh no, before that, mind you, this ain't his first baby. He got other children. Check him out.
Okay. Yeah. Give Dre a hug. I love you so much.
Love you, Courtney. Love you. Go to school. Be good.
Now, this is alleged. It could be his siblings, but according to Twitter, she ain't the first baby mama. I don't know. But he's a very hood. I tell you, he looked like he's musty. He just looked musty to me. Check him out. Hold on. Let me get him up here.
Shit. Boy, you need to stop doing that, girl. Like, girl, y'all talking about doing it. I'm like, what? I ain't do shit. And I'm single. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Baby girl, you ain't know I'm good for domestic violences. On life, we'll both go to jail, beating on each other. Smile in my mugshot. Boy, you need.
So there you go. He good for domestic violences. I didn't know they were plural, but he could. I guess he could pop you upside the head more than once. I don't know, but this is the character of the man Skai Jackson chose to procreate with. There's one thing to be with him, which is enough for me. I couldn't be with him, but girl, this your nigga. Oh my lord! And you know, y'all wonder why all them Disney kids be messed up. You know, Raven messed up too, right? Raven, all them Disney kids come out messed up. Every single one of them. And you wonder why. What happens to these children to make them all come out and do the things that they do? Girl. Yeah, that's her baby daddy, girl. That's her baby daddy. Yeah, Cleo. That's her baby daddy. That's her baby daddy. Surely is. Surely is. That's her baby daddy on the ground. Look at him. He's so pale. He looked like a half and half. But nevertheless, he embarrassed the hell out of her, and she comes to her man defense. That's why I told y'all got to stay out of people's business. Y'all got to stay out of people's business. Hold on. She says his page was hacked. He never said this. End of story. That means she don't want to hear about it. She don't want to hear about it. Child. Girl, first of all, I hate when a bitch be stupid to me. I didn't ask you to be stupid, but I hate when a bitch be stupid to me, girl, because we all can detect the lies. Like, girl, he didn't say that, girl. He literally on video saying all type of shit about you. You know what? You deserve everything you get because you like being with a liar, but don't lie to me, bitch. I don't like being lied to.
It's survival. I get somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye. No, you lie to you. Don't lie to me. And we didn't even ask to be in this group chat. He the one came on here to tell us you a dumbass Disney bitch, and he mad that he got you pregnant. Girl. Nevertheless, I hope Skai have a safe pregnancy, a safe delivery, and yay. Hold on, I got another picture. There she go. Ain't she cute? Go ahead on, Skai. Go ahead on. Skai said, girl, I might be getting my head knocked in, but bitch, I'm about to strut on this walk. And she did. And let me ask y'all a question. I was pregnant in 2001 too. So I haven't had a baby in a long time. Is it not customary to cover up y'all stomach no more? Just stomach all out, huh? I mean, I'm not saying nothing necessarily wrong with it, but it's just different. I remember back in the day we wore maternity clothes, and you know, you had the top on that came down over the belly, you know, tight tees. But now when the girls get pregnant, the baby just be out. Just baby everywhere, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like they want everybody to know it's a baby right there. I guess they don't sell no more maternity clothes. These bitches just wear their regular clothes and button them jeans up under that belly. Yeah, I know back then. Matter of fact, I remember back then, if you had your belly out for real in your baby shower photos, they'll be looking at you crazy. Put a one in the chat. Because if it was like that in 2002, I know it was like that before that. Back then, and when you came out with your baby shower pictures or your invitations, and you was damn near naked, girl, they be looking at you crazy. Yes, ma'am. Girl, your mama or somebody, your grandma be like, what is this? You can't take 9 months off from not showing your ass. Girl, your people will cuss your ass out. Girl, they will cuss you out, call you everything but the child of God. Girl, that was back in the day. That was back in the day. You had to be there. You had to be there. I was there, so I knew. You had to be there. But you know, nowadays all the girls just baby out. You know, fuck it. It's a baby. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah. Shout out. Now we gotta move on. Sky, we keeping you only while you pregnant in your prayers. After that, it's on you, fat. You gonna have to pray to whoever you praying to. I'm not clogging up the prayer line for no bitch who just want to be there. Not gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not clogging up no prayer line for no ugly ass shit like that. But while you pregnant, we will keep you in our prayers because that baby gotta come here. After that, it's only for the baby. Or if we see you, you know, post your baby or whatever. Or if not, then it is what it is. Let's move on. Now we're gonna get into that we got over. Yeah, now let's go to the political stuff. All right, you guys. Trump and Biden met up down into the White House, girl, and they transitioned everything over, and it was actually a smooth transition. Crime Bill Joe was so happy, girl. He must have had that good powder they found in the bathroom. Remember when they had the LGBTQ parade at the White House, and they had the drag queens out there with their boobs out, and the daggers out there with they scraps out. Y'all remember that? Put one in the chat if y'all remember. They had the drag queens in front of the church. They had they fake boobs out because they wanted to feel free, and then the daggers had the straps out. Remember how 50 be saying get the scraps? Well, the daggers went got the straps. That day they found powder up in the doggone in the White House bathroom. Yes, they did. And then the FBI, oh, we gonna investigate. We gonna investigate. Then they won't come back and tell us, oh, we investigated and we don't know where it come from. Oh, FBI, go lay down. FBI, please. You mean to tell me you Negroes got intel on everything across the world? Not the city, bitch. Not the country, hoe. The world. And you don't know who bought the powder down to the White House? FBI, please go lay down.
It's survival. Survival. I get somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
Girl, I just don't like when people play in our face. You know what I mean? Like, I just...
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Girl, the FBI really want us to believe they didn't know who had the powder. Who the powder for, FBI? Who is the powder for? Oh, well, we found it, but we don't know who it's for. Y'all did better putting it on one of the daggers or the TS's downstairs. But now y'all don't know how I come up in there. And y'all know Hunter Biden on that Chris naive, that crack. It probably was his powder. But it turns out I thought it was his powder. Hell, it might have been Joe. Because, girl, the way Joe was perked up today, I said, oh, yeah. Joe said, girl, we outside. The way Joe was perked up today, my nigga, Joe said we outside. Girl, look at Joe when he gave over the presidency to Trump. Now, oh, let me say this too. In this this portion of the live, I need everybody to do me a favor. I need you to open them two eyes and open that third eye too. Pay attention to hand signals, not just in this video. Pay attention to the hands. Remember, I told y'all Freemasons run the country. They literally created the shit, right? The way that it is today. So, moving in, I need y'all to pay attention to hands. Hands, 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 hands. And I want to see if y'all pick up on certain things, then go ahead on. And it's not just with this video. From here on out, just pay attention. And every video ain't going to have nothing with the hands, but just pay attention. And if you see it, say, I see it, okay? Put it in the chat when you start seeing hand stuff. Say, I see it, all right? Now, let's get into Joe handing over the White House to Trump. Hold on. Get him up here.
Well, Mr. President-elect and former President, Donald, congratulations. Thank you. And looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So good. Welcome.
Thank you
Back.
very much. And thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's, in many cases, not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Bitch, Joe looks so crazy. Girl, they must have gave this clone some powder. They had to get that clone the powder. That clone had the powder. Girl, Joe never smiled so hard this whole time. Do you hear me? I ain't seen him smile like that when he was under Obama, girl. Girl, bye. SL, you caught on. Thank you. See, I keep telling y'all, the dream came to me. I remember it like it was yesterday. 3 people dressed in what we would call space suits or aerospace suits or whatever the case. It was 4 people. 3 people left and 1 person stood behind. And I ain't gonna get into the details of the dream. This is a real dream. They said the world is a stage, and I said, what do you mean? Everything you've ever seen or ever have known about is fake. I said, what do you mean? And he said, this was a person said, the last person who stood behind to tell me this said, wars. All of those things, even though they actually happened, were staged to happen just the way they happened, and they are all fake. Yes, people died. Yes, people boom, boom, but they're fake. Civil rights, fake. Tulsa, fake. All of it's fake. That's what he said, and he went off to the side. Now, why is this important? First of all, when I noticed the hands, I said, okay, Trump, no, it's not surprising because that's all of the presidents. You know they all related. If you don't know, now you know. Even Barack Obama, old black lip Newport News smoking ass, they all is related. They all related. See, people ask me, but Voodoo, I think you should vote. Our ancestors died for you to vote. That was the worst thing we could have did was vote. That's the worst thing we could have did was vote. Registering to vote lost our people lands and every single thing else. Now they do it to where you register once and they re-register you. You see what I'm saying? I don't vote because they 2 birds on the same wing. They're on the same team. This horrible, horrific campaign that was ran from Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and they get up here and they discord you. Think about it. Thank you, Ryan, for clarifying this, because when I say fake, I don't mean that the actions or the activities were fake, meaning it was staged. That's how it came to me in a dream. So when I'm saying that stuff was fake, I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm saying that the way it happened and the way in which things took place was all staged for it to happen, which means it's fake. For instance, World War II, if we go up to like civil rights movement, let's just say this. And I didn't need the dream to tell me this because I already felt like this. Civil rights. Before civil rights and Mike, aka Martin Luther King, we were not voting for the most part, especially in the South. But when we were voting Republican because we have been Republican all the way since the Reconstruction era. Remember, we was the ones who voted Republican Abraham Lincoln into the goddamn the office. He was a Republican and a black man by that, but neither here nor there. So we have been Republican for those who voted all the way up till then. And then here come Mike with them churn hollering, we shall overcome, getting their ass beat, cross the doggone counters and all of that to eat a damn peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, why is this important? If it were not for Mike ushering in the John F. Kennedy saga of us even caring about this stuff with these folks, and loving on him because he gave us some sort of civil rights, and then Lyndon B. Johnson coming in behind him and giving us some fake ass civil rights, we would have never been Democrats or even voting like we vote to this day. And we would have kept a lot of our land, because registering to vote lost a lot of people their land. So that what they did was they would get the kids to go down there and get everybody to register to vote. And if your child registered to vote, you lose your land. Why is this important? I'm saying all that to say that civil rights movement was staged for us to be where we are today. Black people used to be creators. We used to build. We don't do none of that no more. Black Americans, FBA, Black Americans, we were the originators of building everything. Now we can't find somebody to build a damn thing. We don't own nothing. We own stuff before that. We don't own nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm going with it. So neither here nor there. This is what I'm trying to say, because I just want to throw that in there. Yeah. All the way down to the handshakes. Thank you, Darnell. Thank you, Darnell. All the way down to the handshakes. Listen, and I'm going to play it one more time. The world is a stage. They did all of that back and forth, Donald Trump and this man, and watch how they interact. Check it out.
Well, Mr. President-elect and former President, thank you. Donald, congratulations. Thank you. And looking forward to having like we said, smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So good. Welcome.
Thank you
Back.
very much. And thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's, in many cases, not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today. And I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get. And I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Now, why is this important? That handshake was crazy too. Listen, why is this important? Y'all remember when Obama came up? And remember we first met Obama through Diddy at the Vote or Die campaign? Coincidence, sure. Remember we met Obama through Diddy at the Vote or Die campaign. And when Obama was running, it was basically a race relations on the bottom, meaning us, regular people. Remember, I remember I was riding from New Orleans back to, where was I going? I can't remember where I was going. But either way, in Mississippi, somebody paid for a billboard, this is Mississippi, what it was, 2008 when he ran in Mississippi. Somebody put up a billboard it had Obama looking like a monkey. They made him look like a monkey. And then they had one with him hanging from a tree. This is real life. It was a real billboard on I-10 going I-10 East. I know what I'm talking about. They had him looking like a monkey on one portion of it. Then the other one, they had him hanging from a tree. And then I think the other one they had, I forgot, it was some other type of racial. This was what was happening on the bottom with us. And then hear me out. Soon as they got in the White House, Obama and Michelle, him and George Bush was super friendly, wasn't they? Did y'all remember that? Remember at the bottom down with us, the Clears was round here hanging up noose and trees, and they were emboldened to be racist, and it's time us to ride out and kill us a nigger. Remember that? But at the White House, George Bush was over there flirting and playing with Mike and Barack. And I said to myself, they mighty friendly. I thought they was beefing. Whole time, the joke was on you. See, I told y'all, we don't realize that the world is a theater and we are in the audience of said theater. They playing with us, girl. They playing on us. They are cousins. They cousins. They real cousins. Yeah. Like blood. See, y'all think monarchies only happen in like England, where it only keep it in the family. Oh no, girl, we've been living under the same monarchy here, girl. What we talking about? What we talking about? We've been under that same type of situation in America. They all kin, they all related. So when I saw this, it made me think of that, and I said, now they got us all down here, clear women shaving their head, crying and screaming, Negro women over here saying they hate black men, and Negroes over here hollering, I hope you get lynched, and I ain't gonna help you, all type of tease. And these folks up here on the same team. So when they ask me, all this time leading up with voodoo. You shouldn't say anything because you don't vote. And that's stupid. You're talking about voting, but you don't vote. I'm not letting them harvest my energy into that because I don't trust none of these fools. I don't trust none of them people. And plus, I hope this don't hurt nobody's feelings. But I gotta say it like this. I will never revere a clear man as any type of savior to me. Never. I don't give a damn what he do. You would never hear me putting all my chips on a clear person. Another person, period. But definitely not no clear man. I don't give a damn if it was Trump, white Jesus Christ on the bike. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know? That's just me. But shout out, you know, I ain't meaning to be like negative or nothing. It's just like that's just how I be looking at it. Like, yeah, I can't be running around here, you know, propping up no clear. But like, what I look like when I know he's the recessant of the two of us? Why would I prop up a clear man? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. I don't. That's just me. But everybody different, you know. Thank you, Trey, for the super chat. Alex Jones exposed they all was at Bohemian Grove. Of course. Yes, ma'am. But they cause all this division and they all on the same team. Listen, it was written for Trump to come back in and do what he did. This ain't by coincidence. It was written for these people to get these people all jacked up in America, get them all emotionally charged during this doggone election. And Trump was going to go in there. Whoever was going to go in there, and I told y'all that before, whoever they want in the White House is going in the White House. We don't really, the illusion of democracy is what they give us. Whoever they want running this country, because they're really taking orders, but whoever they want to run this country are going to run this country. You or I don't have a say in that. You and I don't have a say in that. They just make us feel like we do because, oh, well, just give them that, you know, we told them they got democracy. So let's just give them a little razzle dazzle of democracy. Tell them they vote matters, but not really because the electoral college picks it. You know, type tease. And then tell them the electoral college is going to be fair and impartial when it don't really matter. Whoever we want, we're going to put it up there. You know? But, and look, they showed y'all this year. This Kamala run for anything? I'll wait. They told y'all Kamala was your what you call them. See, at first back then they used to make you go through the whoop 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 to pick the person. They just gave you scam. They not even hiding it no more. Tip Renee says, Vu, did you see comedian Godfrey talking about Trick Daddy? No, what he said. Let me tell you something. I don't give a about no Godfrey. I don't. Godfrey is a tether. And I said it. I don't give a damn about no Godfrey. He a Nigerian Negro over here trying to play. He profits off of Black American culture. And Godfrey will say one thing 1 minute, and then turn around and say Black women are over here marrying clear men, and this is against this, that, and the third. When we all know who date out the race the most, but he just girl by it. I don't know what he said, and I hate to have to go take up for old pot roast. Lord knows I don't want to take up for brownie biscuit. You know, I really don't. I do not want to take up for chocolate bundt cake face. But if I have to, like I told y'all, I'm going to put my differences to the side to combat the enemy. To hell with Godfrey. To hell with Godfrey. I don't know what he said, but y'all going to make me go find it. I'm so tired of these tethers, these damn foreigners with the hard R coming in here. Now, you need to respect the minister. Oh, Vlad, you need to respect the minister. Nigga, you don't give a damn about the minister. You don't give a good goddamn about the minister. I can tell by your mohawk you don't give a damn about the minister. You just want to hop on something because Lord Jamar, shout out to Lord Jamar, but he just wanted to hop on it because Lord Jamar was passionate about it. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Girl, I can't stand them Negroes. Thank you, Sean, for the super chat. Sean says they are royals, 1%ers. Hey, Vu, hashtag Great Britain. Yeah, they are royals. I told y'all. I told y'all. They are all of this is listen. I'm yeah. We gonna get more into it. We gonna get more into it. We gonna get more into it. Thank you, Sean, for the super chat. Thank you, son, for the super. But I just wanted to show y'all that, and I was like, "Girl, bye." It is what it is. Now, I do want to bring this up. Hold on. Before we get to Mayor Johnson, Chicago, if y'all on here, I need y'all to pay attention, man. These people is really playing in y'all face. If Chicago is on here, I need y'all undivided attention because, and not just Chicago, all Black Americans in this chat. I need your undivided attention. Oh, let me show y'all one more thing too. Let me show y'all one more thing too. Hold on. This just to show y'all that I ain't BSing about what I said. Trump did all of that back and forth, and look at them people. Look at Joe. Crime Bill Joe. Mm-hmm. Girl, them people is all friends. Look at Jill Biden. You know, she got them fucking shoulders. Look at them shoulder pads, girl. She already made me curse. But anyways, hold on. Let me go here with it. Hold on. Is this where I need to go? So all right, yeah, all these people, girl, these people be playing in our face, and I hate to see my people get emotionally riled up behind this stuff because them people gonna eat good and laugh about it and kiki and slap five at the end of all of this while we down here scrambling and scraping each other against each other. The tactic has always been and always will be divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. As long as you can divide and conquer, you will always be successful in conquering any. If you divide, you will be successful in conquering any nation. These people be playing in y'all face. So now Trump goes to picking some people who really gonna put in some work, I guess. And one of those people he picked was somebody from a morning show or something like that. Look at Joy Reid. Girl, look at Joy Reid on here.
Car, and the former and future president is moving quickly to fill the clown car and round out his cabinet before he changes his mind and fires them all. Moments ago, Trump announced that he has selected Fox Weekend morning show host, you can't make this up, Pete Hegseth, to serve as Secretary of Defense, because why not? The former and future president is moving quickly.
So he chose Fox co-host to serve as Secretary of Defense, right? But again, I told y'all the Democrats, and again, these are the puppets. These are the puppets that they use to keep the fuel going between the left and the right. Neither here nor there. She's over there making light of the fact that, oh, he went and got a co-host for the Secretary of Defense. Well, I would like to show you guys who was in charge of public health on the Democratic side. Check it out.
Throughout my career, I have focused on the intersection between medical, mental, and behavioral health. And as your ASH, I will continue that focus and support policy initiatives to improve Americans' physical and mental well-being.
So, again, you wonder why the agenda was pushed so much. I had somebody say something in the chat too earlier, not chat today, but one of those days, it was like a lot of the new teachers are LGBTQ. You wonder why. See, again, us at the bottom are used as pawns to push the agenda that the very few at the top is really pushing. That was a TS, not a nice looking one, but yet a TS. Get him back up here.
Throughout my career, I have focused on the intersection between medical, mental, and behavioral health. And as your ASH, I will continue that focus and support policy initiatives to improve Americans' physical and mental well-being.
There you go. So yeah, that's how, okay, he got a co-host. Trump is an ex-celebrity. And he ain't the first ex-celebrity. Ronald Reagan was an ex-celebrity. Like, girl, I hate this. I really wish my people would pull away from all of this politics. No cap. I truly wish that my people somehow, some way wake up, snap out of this witchcraft, this tomfoolery, and came up with our own government and govern ourselves, and get our own military and but it's got to be done right. Obviously, I don't think Negroes today is fit to lead something like that. But ultimately, I just really feel like I wish that was the case. Now we about to move to Brandon Johnson, child. Let's go get Chicago. Chicago, is y'all on here? This is very imperative. We were talking about this when we were discussing this the same thing happened in New York. Remember the mayor out there, the black mayor, what's his name? Brandon Johnson and Eric Adams in New York cut off funding for the illegal immigrants early and was like, we just not gonna renew. Boom, boom, boom. Things started taking place because what we do know is starting January 6th, is that the day he get up in there? January 6th, them people gonna be rounding up them illegal immigrants out y'all neighborhoods, right? And I know, I was there, I reported on it. I know for a fact immigration was one of the biggest issues amongst blacks in Chicago. Mind you, Chicago belongs to Black America. It may not look like that because of gentrification all the way. I ain't been up there in a long time, but ultimately Chicago, really America belongs to Black America, but Chicago in particularly definitely belongs to Black America. Now, when they started busting in all these illegal immigrants, a lot of Black people felt the heat on that because they were closing down schools. Remember, to give them shelter. They were raising taxes. People couldn't afford to pay their bills. And it was because they were needing the money to fund the migrants. Chicago went ham. They did. They went ham. And as they should, because I get it. They voted for their own demise. They did when they decided to become a sanctuary city. Also, they used identity politics to vote Byron. What's his name? Johnson. When they voted him in there, it was simply off of identity politics. And I tell my Black people all over America, stop voting for somebody simply because they look like you. Those are your real, true enemies. Plus, the game is rigged. You're probably not gonna get a good Negro in there anyway, because the game is rigged. That's just how it goes. Neither here nor there. I remember how bad Chicago was and how them people was cutting up behind what was going on, and they really couldn't deal with it. And I thought for a while that my people forgot about this. Now, don't get me wrong, because a lot of the gentrification that happened in Chicago, I'm pretty sure a lot of the clears went down and voted blue no matter who. You know how that goes. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the Negroes did as well. But they did have a lot of Blacks that went and turned around and flipped the other way, because they have been having town hall after town hall saying, listen, y'all need to fix this, y'all need to fix this, y'all need to fix this. And Brandon Johnson basically gave Black America in Chicago, or Black Chicago, their ass to kiss. He did. He gave Black Chicago his ass to kiss. And Black Chicago was like, bet, we getting you and all your cronies up out of here, because you Negroes ain't gonna keep playing in our face. Okay. I got a video to kind of capture some of that. Check this out.
Council gave to the migrants came from the opioid settlement funds. I am here on behalf of the Jones family, on behalf of the 37th Ward, on behalf of Black Chicago, on behalf of the entire city, to ask you all to vote no and put that money back in the opioid settlement fund. We need that money in my neighborhood. We need that on my block. That woman should not be at Cook County Jail because she's grieving over a random act of violence that caused her to lose her child in front of her face, when the city of Chicago has millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to give to people who ain't paid a dime into the tax base. We've been in my building for 52 years. We're about to pay some more taxes. The Jones family has been in their building for 45 years, paying taxes every year on time. So I'm asking y'all to use our tax money for our people. We need it. We got people leaning, we got people rocking, we got overdosing,
So y'all saw that. and I'm only showing y'all a few minor passionate videos of what was happening in Chicago. Shout out to the residents for getting out and speaking out. Hopefully they won't, and not just in Chicago, this is for all Black America. Y'all gotta stop putting yourself in situations because you in your feelings. Get out your feelings and get into your brain and use it. It ain't supposed to just be for just rocking in your head. Use it, okay? So while y'all running around here, oh, look at the kids at the border. Look, they snotting and crying. Po kids, girl, to hell with them kids. I care about the po nigga baby. I don't care about no other baby but that one. Period, point blank. We don't have enough care and love to give to everybody in their mo. We just don't. So hopefully this was a hard lesson for us to learn moving forward. Okay? When it comes down to things, because see, local level politics is where you really need to be involved. So when it comes down to what's going on in your neighborhood and what you can't care about the clears, the half and halves, the not the half and halves, they might depend on how they go. But the milk community, you can't care about nobody in that milk community. Hell, not even the chocolate community. You can't. You gotta worry about you because everybody else worry about them. I want to show you another video of what was going on. Check it out.
$1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. On Russian illegal immigrants.
They don't get to kick us out. They don't get to
A bunch of illegal immigrants. Stealing our money. Y'all stealing our money. You stealing. You stealing. You damn thieves.
No, thank you. Hold on, my brother. No, let me ask you. Can you help me with the solution you'd like to see me do?
Surely, I can help you with the solution. I can give you I give you one simple answer. Send them back. That's the only solution. That's it. Other than that, they will surpass us. It is math. It's simple math. They will overtake us in numbers at the rate that they have kids.
And the Black community is flooded with all of these immigrants, violent ones, prostitution, gangs. You did that. You are doing this to your people. You are an absolute disgrace to me. Women are crying. Taxes are going up. What am I going to do with my children? Where are we going to go and live? This is because of you, Brandon Johnson. You're destroying the south side of Chicago with your policy, all under the Democratic Party. You are a disgrace.
So y'all saw that compilation, that first video with the lady with the locks. I love her down to the ground. She sounds like she could be in my family. You know, loud, ignorant. You know what I mean? Cuss your ass out when it's time. Shout out to her. And the young man who said send them back. Yes, send them back. There's only one critique I have about this whole video. To the elder at the end of the video, who said basically, you did this to us, Brandon Johnson. The only kickback I would have to say about that is, Black Chicago residents, you did that to yourselves. When you decided to vote using identity politics, when you decided to care about everybody except you did that to yourselves. And it's not just in Chicago, New Orleans, Atlanta, all these sanctuary cities. It's not just Chicago. I'm just using this as an example. All where they got sanctuary cities, whatever happens, you did that to yourselves. Okay, that's the only pushback I have about what that elder said. I agree with her though. She's right, because he really did take it and run them up. But ultimately, as we got to start taking accountability so we can learn from it and move forward. We did that to ourselves. Okay, local politics is where you really need to be involved. All this other stuff is yin yin yin. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Girl, listen. When Toya Cantrell, the mayor, the city needed money. I'll never forget it. The city needed money. And that bitch went spent all the money that we needed on a statue of an Afro pig. Bitch, I wanted to, girl, I can't even say what I really wanted to say right quick. Girl, y'all about to get me in trouble. Y'all about to get me in trouble. Girl. Girl. Oh Lord, I was about to say it. Thank you, Lord. I ain't on the phone. I be thinking I'm on the phone with my friends and stuff when I be talking to y'all. Girl, Yes, she's Acorn. Yes, she's Acorn. Yes, all of these mayors is Acorn. They all of them niggas from Acorn. Girl, you almost triggered me, Measure Man. You almost triggered me. But that's what they're doing. Like I said, once we start realizing it ain't just the clears, it's some of us too. Boy, we're gonna be a fool. We're gonna be a force to reckon with. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna be a force to reckon with. Now, I want to show you another clip. I'm just trying to give you a glimpse of the temperature of Chicago prior to now. So check this out.
Before our next speaker, I would respectfully ask yet again that those that are participating in democracy allow
There's
our
not no
speakers
damn
to finish
democracy.
their presentation. If you cannot adhere to that expectation, I'm going to ask that our Sergeant at Arms remove you. Give our speakers the respect that they deserve. The 3 minutes. You may commence.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Good afternoon, everybody here. My name is Richard. Last name is Paso. I'm a store manager at an automotive facility here in Chicago. I'm a native to Chicago. It's near and dear to my heart. The city doesn't feel the same anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that's really hard to process. There's a lot of people here that have watched me on social media. I'm a social media influencer. I've heard the word getting back to me. Some of the people that work for you have gotten this stuff back to me. I'm going to say what I have to say regardless. You can come after me if you want. You can try to slander me if you want. Some of the aldermen can talk behind my back if you want. But there's 31 out of 50 aldermen, December 14th, that turned their back on the public, that said, I will not take their vote on this city continuing to be a sanctuary city. You turned it to yourself to speak for us. You turned it to yourself to speak for the public. We pay you. You work for us.
That's right. That's right.
How can you stand there and say anything about we don't want to take their vote? We're going to speak on their behalf, and this is how it's going to be. It shouldn't work that way. Any politician that feels like they deserve that type of control over people, they don't deserve to be politicians. They don't deserve to be in the spot that they're in. Second of all, I'm a veteran. I served 15 months in a war zone for this country where I got hurt. Yes, the VA does take care of me. But every year I'm hearing, let's take away, let's take away, let's take away, let's give back, let's take away, let's give back. But we have immigrants that serve with us, that put their life on the line, that are still fighting for citizenship, that are in the military, that deserve all the respect in the world, and they don't get it. They come back, they're still fighting for citizenship. Some of them don't get it, they get deported. These are people that put their life on the line for this country, for all of you to have the freedom and the jobs that you have, and they don't get the respect to have somebody care for them and help them through the process. But all of you guys out here will vote for people that are complete aliens to this country, that have nothing. Trinidad, Venezuela, anything coming from the Dominican, Honduras, all these people are coming here. They've cleared out these prisons years ago. And they're sending all these people here. They don't want them there. They don't serve them a purpose. They're showing up here in New York, in Chicago, attacking people in the streets. The police are fighting with them in the shelters that you guys are funding. Right. You guys think it's a great idea, but yet your police officers are getting attacked. Right. Your public's getting attacked. You're putting our lives at risk by doing what you're doing, and none of you care about it because the mighty dollar sits on top. And as long as somebody's in your pocket that you're working with, you're okay with doing it. You don't care about the citizens. At some point in time, there's going to be an answering for this. What it is, I don't know. But it doesn't look good. And I don't respect most of the people that are in here because you turned your back on the citizens and you said your voice doesn't matter.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
He told them off.
Girl, black people is funny. You heard that lady at the end. He told them off. Listen. This was the temperature. I want the whole list part. Somebody else had put it in the chat and said every time I hear you say Acorn, it remind me of West Cali or West Oakland or something. That's where we got it from, girl. That's where we got it from. Hold on, let me get it up here. That's our little saying to figure out so we can separate ourselves to know who we are versus the others. Where my Acorn thing? There you go.
He ain't even from Acorn.
That's why we get it from the movie. That's why we get it from. Shout out to Cali, man. Shout out to the indigenous blacks of Cali. Let me say this. This comment. Your girl Reid to the Reese says, "What's Acorn? Just say Africa. LOL. If hate us, if I hate us, I guess you mean if you hate us, just say so. I listen to all parties so I can conclude my own opinions. I don't hate Africans. I swear I don't. I know you probably may think I don't hate Africans. I just know that we're not the same. As far as Acorn had nothing to do with Africa. Actually, when I came up with it, it was really a way for Black Americans on my chat, just over here in the chat, to identify themselves amongst other blacks, so we won't be stuck on that weird thing of we're all the same, because we're really not. You know what I mean? So that's what that was from. It was never like, oh, I hate Africa. I don't hate Africa. I ain't never been there. How am I hate it? I just don't like the ones that come over here. Not all of them, but the ones who come over here and do the most. But for the most part, nah, I don't hate no Africa. It's just pride in us over here. That's all. It's just Black American pride, as they call it. I say Negro, or I say indigenous Indian. That's what I say. I really say Indian. But for this, I just say, you know, Black America, since we all on here. But yeah, no, I don't hate Africa. I just it's the ones, the Wendio Cephos and them Godfreys, and it's them. They girl, they get on my nerves. And yeah, and this the part right here, most importantly, we not African. So yeah, and then that's the icing on the cake. So yeah, that's all it was. What is the most so I can be considered? The most what? Yeah, we not African at all. We not African American. Yup, y'all in here, y'all on it. Y'all on it. Yeah. We just completely different people. We share melanin, but that's it. That's it, fact. We share melanin, and that's it. That's all. Now look, where was I going? Back. So you see the temperature and what the temperature was in Chicago. Well, y'all know Trump came out and said, hey, I'm about to start sending out these doggone ICE people. They're going to have to pack up their stuff and go. Soon as I get in here, they got to go. That's what Trump, that's what Trump has said. The new border czar, we talked about him, was it yesterday or the day before? He came on here cussing these people out, acting a fool, boom, boom, boom. It was a time. Yeah, we do need a clip of Trick Daddy. Thank you, Mia. I'm going to try to remember when I get off of here. But look, everybody knows, everybody in these sanctuary cities, because it was illegally done, even though they created a loophole, they still did it illegally, because they were not supposed to just flood America with immigrants. Yes, America has so-called sanctuary cities, but those sanctuary cities have a process. You have to come through the actual checkpoint of the border that allows that processed and then move forward. What Scamala and Crime Bill Joe did was they just opened up the borders and said, come on in. Come on in. I don't care where you're coming from. Just it's wide open. Wide open. Okay? That's what happened. So with that, they broke the law. So those are not migrants. They are illegal immigrants. That's what they do. That's literally what this is. So with that being said, not Joe, what's his name? Trump is on here saying, get your affairs in order if you're a migrant, because your days are numbered, fat. That's literally what he was saying. Your days are numbered. Okay? So now, boom. Fast forward, Eric Adams gets on board and he was like, all right, bet, we coming up for renewal of this funding anyway for them, so I'm just gonna cut it off. And plus he needs a favor anyway, because he about to go to prison. So Eric Adams fell in line. Oh yeah, he is on the way to prison. He on the way. So he just fell in line and played cards, you know, as he should. I'm not even mad at him. But then here comes Brandon Johnson. Here comes Brandon Johnson. Hold on. I want to answer this question for my sweet baby. Hey, my sweet babies. I've been told all my life I'm African American. I need a history lesson because now I'm confused. Yeah, fat, you got to come on down to Educational Friday. But but Educational Friday every Friday on this channel at 5. But just to give you a brief synopsis, the African part was all a lie. Basically, we never came off a boat from Africa. The majority of Black Americans were already here, if not back and forth through the Americas, so South America, North America, that included Canada and Mexico, and also the Caribbeans. So at most, at best, we are probably mixed in with our Caribbean brothers and sisters to a small, minute point. But for the most part, yeah, we ain't never came from Africa, fat. It was all a lie. Let me get Carly Reid up here. And I can't stay too long on this because I gotta get on to the subject. But look, I'm telling you, it was all a lie. Let me get Carly to tell you. Carly gonna tell you. She said it was a lie. It was a lie.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Yeah. And if you go back through the history, you'll see that the out of Africa theory as far as racism was taught to Black Americans in the late 50s and early 60s. That was the first time it was ever introduced to Black Americans, quote unquote. Okay. Yeah, that's the very first time it was ever put up in our brains, because before that we never thought like that. We already knew we were Injun. Oh, my grandmother Cherokee, my mama is Blackfoot, my mama is Suma, you know what I mean? They already knew that. And they allowed the system through propaganda, obviously, to tell us we Black, and then we African. That shout out to Cherokee card carrying Jesse Jackson. Now he carry a card saying he a Native American, but the rest of us is African. Gotcha. You know, long story short. But anyway, let's move on because I can't stick on that. So now Brandon Johnson knows exactly what the people want. The people are very clear about what's going on and what they want. But Brandon Johnson is being he's being stubborn. Let's say that. Let's just say that. So I want to go get this video. Hold on one second, y'all. Like the video while I go get the video. All right, I'm back, y'all. My bad. So Brandon Johnson does a press conference and says he not organizing his police to be no ICE, and as a matter of fact, he gonna protect the people of the citizens. This is what he said. He want to protect his Chicago people by not deporting the illegal aliens. Mind you, we just saw a few town hall meetings where all of the residents were saying, we don't want the migrants, get them up out of here. But he's now going to gaslight us into saying that he's protecting Black Chicago by not deporting the illegal aliens. Check him out, y'all.
The presidential election. The outcome of that election is not the one that we were hoping for in many ways, to say the least. But I do want to take this moment to reassure the people of Chicago that no matter who is in the White House, our city will remain a city that will stand up and fight for working people. No matter who's in the White House, the city is committed to making sure that we are fighting for the interests of the working poor and poor people, that the West Side and the South Side will not be ignored. The Southeast, the Northwest side of the city of Chicago will not be ignored. We will always be a city where people have the freedom to love who they love. This is a city that always will continue to believe that you have the freedom to make decisions for your own body. This is a city that will remain a welcoming city. This is a city that will express the freedom to have a high quality education in a safe and fully funded public neighborhood school. The freedom to continue to pursue opportunities to purchase a home, to build a life in the greatest freaking city in the world. I promise you that we will not bend or break. Our values will remain strong and firm.
All right, y'all heard him. Now, mind you, he's saying this, saying that, hey, we're doing this for the people because he want to put the American people first and the Chicago residents first and make sure that everything's safe and blah 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 blah. Whole time he not even talking about you. He not even talking about you. He talking about the immigrants. He not even talking about you. Crazy work, ain't it? Hold on. He's not even talking about you. Now, why is this important? You got to know that it's a lot of people who are in that society, Brandon Johnson being one of them. And I'm going to show you a video. Like I told y'all, pay attention to the hands, pay attention to the hands, pay attention to the hands. I ain't going to tell you which video it's in. Just pay attention to the hands. When you see it, type I see it or something like that. So we can know, you know what I mean? But ultimately, my boy said, even though he putting the citizens first, he not talking about you. He's talking about the illegals. Now, this is Acorn. So you're thinking to yourself, why would he do this? Check out this other video.
The largest immigrant shelter is closing this Friday. I was there last week, and some residents say that they still have nowhere to go, especially since the new system only considers people who have been in Chicago only for 30 days. Any other plans for them? Any considerations?
Definitely there's considerations, more than just considerations. We're actually doing it. I'm going to have our Deputy Mayor, Beatrice Ponce de Leon, speak to that.
Thank you, Mayor. Everyone who's in the shelters right now that are closing, the families are being placed in other shelters, regardless of how long they've lived in the city or in the country. So those families should have another shelter option for families. This isn't the case for singles, and we talked about that before, that there will not be enough for all singles, but we are working with them to give them other resources. And the limit to people the limit on eligibility is for first-time shelter placements. So if you come to Chicago for the first time and you're a new arrival, you want a shelter placement, at this time we're only serving people who've been in the country 30 days or less, if there is a bed available. But that family should have access to a shelter. I'm happy to follow up with you if you'd like.
There's one other thing, thank you, Deputy Mayor, is that we are working with other cities around the region to help support this mission. And so we're grateful that our team has been working tirelessly with cities in the region to help support this mission. This has been fun. Thank you all very much for your time.
Y'all saw her hands? All right, I seen people typing in, they see it. So we on the same page. Remember, they on the same team. We the ones that's not. Neither here nor there. He's talking about making sure these illegal immigrants still have a place to stay, even though Trump already said they got 30 to 60 days before they up out of there. Okay? He already said it. But she don't care. Let's get another video. Or he don't care, I'm sorry. And this is your people. He is one of you. This is a very important lesson to learn. Check this out.
It appears that Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson.
I'm going to run it back. I'm going to run it back 3 times because I'm showing you these people on the same team. I'm going to run it back 3 times. It's in the first 2 seconds. I'm going to run it back 3 times and we're going to go over it with then we're going to run the video back. Hold on.
It appears that Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. Appears that Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is backing away from his proposed $300 million property tax hike. The mayor's administration says it's been negotiating with some aldermen on alternative ways to make up the needed revenue.
Chicagoans might see higher fees when they buy liquor, pay for streaming Netflix, or buy a city sticker for their car. The mayor is asked if that will hit lower income residents hard.
All right. So right here, he's talking about imposing a $300 million increase on taxes in Chicago to basically help with the doggone, with the migrants. There's more. Hold on.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson proposes a nearly 4% property tax hike to help plug that nearly $1 billion city budget deficit.
And Joni is live with the details on what this means for taxpayers. So many people were watching that speech yesterday closely.
And they knew what he was going to say, but Mayor Johnson said that hiking property taxes is the only path forward. He blamed past administrations for poor decision making. No one wants to pay more, and there are some alders who say they are dead set against it. Mayor Johnson gave a lengthy budget address yesterday at City Council. He said it was a tough decision, but he proposed an increase in property taxes that would amount to about $222 additional on a home valued at $250,000. The budget also eliminates positions that haven't been filled. He said the city already cut $200 million of fat out of the budget. There would have to be mass layoffs without a property tax hike. And he said that would result in not being able to deliver city services.
The ultimate goal really is to ensure that we're not laying people off, because that would also cause people to lose. And so we're going to make investments. We're going to respond to the structural damage that we inherited, and we're going to continue to have ongoing conversations with individuals from the city council who may have other ideas.
All right. So now he over there talking about raising the property taxes, right? 4%, he said, to accommodate these migrants. Mind you, he said his first doggone priority is the citizens. These aren't citizens because, hell, they hadn't even gone through the process. Y'all just flooded the borders and let them on in. Pay attention. Pay attention. And he is one of us, allegedly. I think he is. They say, I don't know. Let's get into something else. Hold on.
What's happening in Chicago? You've given us no choice.
Oh, no, I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I got to make sure I'm getting the right stuff. 1 second, y'all. Like the video. 1 second. All right, this is the one I need to show y'all. So now, I could go to this. Let's go to this video before we go to him standing on what he think is business. So $300 million tax that or increase that he want to charge poor citizens of Chicago, because ain't no middle class no more. You ain't nobody middle class, so don't let them tell you that. So he want to charge already struggling Chicagoans an extra $300 million to help fund these illegal immigrants, but the whole time he talking about hiding them around the corner and everything. Check it out.
Where have all the migrants gone? Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has been quietly moving all of the migrants to a secret location. But his real agenda is to build America's first permanent migrant resettlement that will only cost you another $300 million. This is reporter William J. Kelly at the former Standard Club of Chicago with a special report. And what I'm about to tell you will make your blood boil. Mayor Johnson is about to hit the people of Chicago with a $300 million migrant tax, and some Chicago aldermen are lining up to vote for it. I asked Mayor Johnson directly, is this property tax just a migrant tax? And he refused to answer. Just watch. They feel that you are taxing them into financial slavery to pay for migrants. The exact amount of this tax increase that you're proposing is, I think, to the penny, what you've already given to one of the migrant vendors. The migrant vendor named Favorite Healthcare Staffing, not to mention all the other migrant vendors. Wouldn't it make more sense for your tax increase to simply be called a migrant tax on Chicagoans?
Well, if you could just do me a favor, the next time you refer to my wife, refer to her as the First Lady. I prefer that you not remain so familiar with her that way.
Right.
Okay.
The First Lady, and you have a security detail of 200 plus.
Thank you. I've heard your question.
This week, City Council will be voting on this $300 million migrant tax. Check out our migrant tax watch list to see if your alderman is backing this money grab. Here's how Johnson has been burning through your dough. $391 million to migrant shelter vendor Favorite Healthcare Staffing. That's nearly the same as his migrant tax on you. He's paying migrant shelter nurses up to $830,000, and shelter housekeepers are making $212,000. He's paid nearly $75 million to ex-con and migrant slumlord Remo Pacelli to house migrants. He's doled out $92 million for special meals because Venezuelan migrants don't want Chicago food. And migrants receive 6 months of free rent, all on your dime. The former Standard Club used to be the city's largest migrant shelter, and yet now it's empty. Where did they all go? They didn't just magically disappear. One thing is for damn sure, you are still paying for them. Chicago is facing a $1 billion budget gap next year, yet Mayor Johnson still wants to lock in his migrant spending spree with this migrant tax. This week's vote is make or break. Watch where your alderman stands and give them a piece of your mind. Chicago's future and your future depends on it. You can't make this stuff up, and why would you want to? I'm reporter William J. Kelly in Chicago.
You know, this is off topic, but I ain't gonna lie. I be getting triggered when I hear clear people talk about who belong where, because you mother effers gentrified your way wherever you at. It just bothers me. But nevertheless, this nigga tried to, I'm talking about Brandon Johnson, deflect by saying next time you refer to my wife, call her the first lady. Nigga, what? I should have been the person asking the question. I'd have broke character. I'd have broke professionalism. Nigga, what? What? Nigga, what did you say to me? Call that bitch what? You see what I'm saying? That's just how my natural reaction would have been. Like, nigga, first lady, bitch, you don't even run a church. What you mean, first lady? First lady? Nigga, if you don't get your 1-2 way back headline ass, boy, if you don't get your ugly ass, I don't know. Like, nigga, have you first what? Man, I call that bitch every name but the child of God. Now you're gonna make me disrespect the bitch. I called her by a name. Now you're gonna make me disrespect the bitch just because you trying to play on my top. You know what I mean? That's how my brain be thinking. But anyways, he hiding migrants on your dime. He's hiding migrants and still charging you making you foot the bill. So migrants are disappearing, but they're going into other spaces. And not to mention, did you see how much he's paying the people who are in charge of these programs? Let me say this as well. As a mayor, he ain't nothing but a first line supervisor. He can't hire, he can't fire. He is an actual puppet. All mayors make zero decisions. All mayors make zero decisions. All mayors make zero decisions. Well, little to none. I'm going to say zero, but little to none. They get told what to do. So let's start there first. Mayors are not managers. They're not owners. They're not managers. They are first line supervisors. They shift supervisors. They just make sure you come in to work, clock in and clock out. That's it. So with that being said, he's doing what he's told to do. Let's start there. Now, another thing I wanted to say. He is still saying, he's putting out, this is what the left been doing this whole time. Oh, we care about you, while they use you see what I'm saying, to foot the bill. And you don't even know it because physically you can't see them, but your pocketbook feel it. This is what they do. And he's going to have to come up for re-election. And obviously he's probably not going to get re-elected, but this is my thing to my people. Don't vote on nothing. I don't care what their name is, what they look like. Listen to see what their policies are. What are the policies? Why do I want to vote for this person? What are they going to do for me, my community, my city? Are they going to clean up what he just did? That's what, and this is all over Black America, not just here, not in Chicago, I'm talking about all over Black America. Because these people, they parade these people in front of our face, and we so stuck on skin folk being kin folk, even the ones that still is our skin, we don't realize they all in the same game. These are all people, the Freemasons, the clear ones, and the Negroes do work together. Let me say that again. The clear Negroes, the clear Freemasons, and the Negro Freemasons work together. So, yay, they all in the same game. Now he does the press conference when they told him he got to get the migrants up out of there, and he said so. He said with his chest, he's not doing a damn thing. Check him out.
It's a danger to ask our police departments, not just in Chicago and the state of Illinois, but across America, to do more and more. It's just not sustainable. Our police department will not dub as ICE agents. That's just, we're not going to do that. And it's a dangerous precedent where members of communities begin to feel unsafe with their local police department, right? We're already working to restore confidence and trust in our local police department. The last thing we need is members of community feel like they can experience a raid from a local police department on behalf of a tyrant. look, here's what I would encourage President Trump to do. That's what I would encourage him to do. Work with Congress to come up with significant immigration reform policy. Like, we can actually do that. President Biden was working on that, got bipartisan support in the Senate, and then the House blocked it. And look, the president-elect exercised his power to stop policy from being enacted. Now he has the ability to actually do something of substance and value versus just to continue to make threats. Like, to me, it's just a waste of power. Like, imagine me as mayor of the city of Chicago and I just start threatening people all the time. Would you even want to come to those press conferences? Well, maybe you would. Maybe it would be entertainment for some people, but it's not leadership. You don't hear me threatening people. I'm just saying we're going to stand up for people. That's what leadership requires. That's what I'm doing. That's what my administration is doing. We are standing up for people. We're not threatening people. That is one of the most iniquitous forms of governance that I've ever seen, right? And particularly for these United States of America, where we have had to live through threats. Look, I'm a descendant of slaves. Living through threat is painful. It's why the migration to some extent took place. Where blacks from the South were threatened by political leaders in the South, threatening to hang people, threatening to lynch people. Like, those threats have real consequence. And my people know what that's like to experience those threats. Why would I want anybody else to experience that?
Girl, don't let them people lie. Girl, they using your pain to profit off of, to have other people profit off of. But I like this comment. He got till 2027 to F up Chicago real good. Did they just reelect this Negro? Did they just reelect this Negro? Why he got to 2027? Ain't he been the mayor for a little minute now, huh? What, we in 2024? When he became the mayor? Maybe I'm tripping. Somebody help me out in the chat. Who in Chicago? When did he become the mayor? And does he really have to 2027? If so, oh girl, I feel sorry for y'all. But anyway, listen to what he's saying. He's trying to use Black American struggle. So he is Acorn. He say he's a descendant of slaves. So he's trying to use our struggle to say, why would we turn around and do that to other people? That don't go like that. That don't go like that. Sir, we still are trying to recover from our oppression because we still live in said oppression, you know, for the most part. We don't take from our plates to feed somebody else when we starving too. That is in no way the way the world works. Nowhere in no group of people will they take from themselves and starve themselves to give to others. And so for him to get on here and try to use that BS, talking about, as Black Americans, we need to do this and we need to, no, nigga, no. You know y'all can impeach him too. They said 2023, y'all can impeach him, girl. Y'all better get the impeaching, file the paperwork and all of that. But listen, this is the perk. This is the perk. He literally saying he not doing nothing. He not doing nothing. And he lying, talking about he want to put the citizens first. He don't give a damn about no citizens. He's doing what he's told. Yes, a boss. Yes, a boss. Yes, a boss. That's what he doing. He's shucking and jiving, selling you up the road like the pastors do. Can we talk? Selling you up the road like the D9 and the HBCUs do. Are we ready to have the conversation? Y'all better turn into snitches. I know they gave Charleston White a whole bunch of shit, but I'm with I seen somebody else on social media saying that y'all better start turning into snitches. When Trump starts sending them ICE people out there, y'all better be calling ASAP Rocky. Do you hear me? Hey, sir, I think that's ICE, and walk away. Don't you feel bad? Because guess what? When you walk around certain people's neighborhoods, what they do to you? What they do to you? Get caught around the wrong neighborhood. I was telling my old man that. I said, I hate that Louisiana, they go on social media and the clear people be rapping all of the black songs and Boosie and all of that. And they be like, oh, it's just different around here. Shit me. Go to LSU, walk around LSU campus at night, and you ain't a student, and see what happened to you. Girl, now is the time to be snitching. Get him up out of here. And if he round there hiding him in that damn shelter, y'all really need to be extremely upset. Don't you feel bad about calling them folks? They'll call them on you. And sleep good at night. You hear me? Stop worrying about everybody else. Black America got to worry about Black America. And that's just that on that. So now the people was not having this, of course. Shout out to Chicago, man. You know, Chicago is filled with most people from the South. You know that, right? That's why that soul is up there. That's why I connect to it. Chicago, a lot of Mississippi, Alabama. It's a lot of Mississippi. They went up to Chicago when that traitor, what's his name? Robert Sinstack Abbott, Robert Sinstack Abbott, put them papers out there telling them that, it ain't racist up here, which was a lie, and had all them Negroes come up there, but they stayed though. Shout out to us. You know how we roll. Oh yeah, the Chicago Tribune lied to the Black Americans. I'll be giving y'all some tea. They lied to the Black Americans in the South, telling them to come on up to Chicago. Ain't no racism, but that was a lie. Also, when they got up there, they worked into these factories and got pushed to the city and stayed and put, you know what I mean, and stood up there. Yeah, that it's a lot of southern people up there. That's why I got a different essence. Like I done been to New York, I done been to Detroit, I done been to Philly, no, I ain't never been to Philly. Thank you, Lord. I rode through there. Oh, shout out to Philly. Even though what we do is wrong. Shout out to Philly. I ain't never been to Philly. Shout out to Philly though. But I've been to places out, up there, and it's a different essence up in Chicago. And I think it's because them people from the South. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. But anyway, so the people wasn't feeling this, girl. They wasn't feeling this. Look what the lady told them. The lady went off on them. Check it out.
What's happening in Chicago? You've given us no choice. We got to go to the federal level. We got to go to Donald J. Trump. Because he's made it clear what he's going to do. This is America. You bringing these people over here that's from socialist countries and all this and that, and y'all think y'all going to run that here. Black America said, no, you not. The true white Americans are saying, no, you not. The true Latino, the true Asians are saying, no, you not. I'm telling you, Brandon Johnson, from my heart to yours. Trump 2024. No more blue, no matter who.
No more blue, no matter who. Does it sound like that woman in Chicago cares what's happening at MSG or what happened there 100 years ago?
I think that's going to be my opening line at MSG. No more blue, don't care who. Although I was never blue. Listen, I'll take it. Thank you, madam. Thank you for that line.
All right, y'all heard it. The people and I heard, from what I heard, they say Chicago was almost red. They say almost all red. Shout out to Chicago. Let me say this, man. The president can do so much, but your real local president is your governor. That's your real president. The governor don't have to do what the president says for the most part. Unless it's some type of national security type tease, the governor really don't have to do what the president says. Like, for instance, remember when all of that stuff was popping off during George Floyd? Remember Trump came on here and told us that he had a phone call. He did a conference call with all the governors telling them to activate their National Guard. He said, and a bunch of them wouldn't, and he called them a bunch of, PUSSYs. Remember that? See, they don't have to do what the president says for the most part. They govern their own territories, which are the states. That is your president. That's who you need to be focusing on, and also over the local elections in your cities and things of that nature. The people are extremely upset, as they should be, because even though we messed up as bad as we are, they got black mayors put in there just to do exactly what they're doing. put in there in place to screw over Black America. Now, I didn't like that she included the Latinos, but she an older woman. You know how they go. They on that Black and Brown coalition. We not. We don't do the Black and Brown coalition. Ain't no Black and Brown coalition. Ain't no minority titles. Ain't no people of color titles. Ain't no DEI. Ain't no, you put them in the chat. Y'all remember we done talked about this many times over this channel. We don't do that no more. We're none of that. We don't want to fall under no subgroups, and it ain't no coalition. It's just us against the world, like Pac said. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the frustration got real, and it was what it was. But if this man is into 2027, y'all in trouble. Child, y'all better try to get him arrested or something, child. Let's get into this video.
You add a tax to help pay for the migrant crisis.
Here's what I've said repeatedly. This is an international crisis.
And we've heard you say that.
Okay, so then you know the answer then.
Well,
the
no,
federal
because the
government,
answer I asked is, are you adding a tax?
The answer is the federal government has to do its job.
And what if we don't?
Well, look, there are 30,000 Ukrainians in this city right now who sought asylum, who were refugees. What's the difference between that crisis and the crisis that we're experiencing now? So this is not an unprecedented demand. There were services that were attached to individuals who were seeking asylum from the Ukraine, and the federal government acted. And so my question is, and it's the question that everybody is raising, what's the difference between those who are seeking asylum in this country, 30,000 of whom are in the city of Chicago? What's the difference between Ukrainian refugees and those who are seeking asylum from Central and South America?
Right, but that's not the question that the people of Chicago are asking. The people of Chicago want to know, will you raise a tax, whether it be a property tax or implement something else?
Well, it's interesting. No one has ever asked me if I'm going to raise a tax. In fact, I did not raise property taxes. And still, without raising property taxes, a full investment in homelessness, $250 million, $100 million for violence prevention. We're going to open up mental health clinics. We've eliminated sub-minimum wage. Black and brown women who were tip workers. We're talking about tip workers that's attached to slavery. We abolished that in this city. We've also added paid time off for thousands of workers. We're investing in people. My administration has not missed a beat. We have built an operation centered around people's humanity to respond to this international crisis that the federal government has been negligent in. And while doing all of that, I've still kept every single promise that I was going to invest in people.
So you can commit to you not raising property taxes, regardless of how bad the situation gets.
My budget, the $16.77 billion that I just passed, 41 alders, I believe, supported this budget. And we did all of that without raising property taxes.
All right, y'all. Sorry about the volume. I didn't realize it was so low. I would have probably tried to edit it in my app to make it louder. But ultimately, this is the thing. He wouldn't answer the question about, hey girl, how's this going to affect the people's pocketbooks? The lady was super low, but she just kept asking him, how is this going to affect the people? Are they going to be held liable for this cost? And he talking about, oh, we did this for black and brown people, red flag. We got paid time off for thousands of people. I know it ain't no Negroes down there because I would have heard about it. You know what I mean? He was giving scamalities the way she answered questions. You ask her a question. So Madam Vice President, what do you think about the migrant crisis and how will you make it better for citizens when you become president? Look at Scamala. Well, you know, I want to start by saying I grew up middle class, and my mother worked hard. She wanted the best for her kids, and growing up middle class, that showed me that we can be undone by what is burdened. And when I think about the undone and the burden, I think about that pie I made last week. You know, it was my first time making apple pies. I had never made them because I'm so used to making what is it, yams pie? No, sweet potato. I'm sorry, sweet potato. I got it in my ear. I used to call it yams. My mama called them yams pie. My mother, she called them a yams pie. But I when I say undone, I think about my first time making that apple pie, and I thought about my mother and how she worked so hard to provide for my sister and I. And I said to myself, I'm going to be a leader of the free world. Bitch, you be looking at this whole like, bitch, what? What did you say, ho? You know what I mean? Like, girl, what? That's how she be. That's what Brandon Johnson just did. Same shit, different toilet. Flush it. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, they deflect because they don't want to come out and flat out and say, nigga, this ain't about you. Since the beginning of time, they have been bringing, this ain't the first time. This is only the time that we have social media so everybody can see, and we got bloggers who are actually going to dig into it. This has been happening since them white folks come off this boat, and them Negro pins. This has happened since they come off this boat. Them people have been flooding in America with illegal immigrants, giving them economic floors since the beginning of time. Martin Luther King said it in the 60s. He said they brought them in here, gave them land and sent them to free land grant colleges, and then they turn around and tell the Negro to pick himself up by the bootstraps. Not only did they do it then, that was in the 1900s with Ellis Island. They did mass influx of clears in the in America in the 1800s, because I don't know if you guys know this. We talked about this on Educational Friday. The South was predominantly black all the way up to and after Ellis Island. Did you guys know that? Put a 1 in the chat if you know that. Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, Tennessee was predominantly black. Predominantly black. Predominantly black. As a matter of fact, in the 1800s, most of the politicians were what, boys and girls? Black. They had to flood new people in order to dilute. So what they did with them folks up at Ellis Island in the 1900s, and then in the 1800s as well, they said, hey, if you go to this territory, we'll give you some free land. Mind you, they're taking it from the Negroes who are already there. And then the Europeans was like, well, shit, I go down there, free land, how many acres? We give about 30, shit, I'll take that. And if you got people who are already on the land and they owned it and it was taken from them via taxes or any other thing, then guess what? Now they have to work their own lands in order to stay where they are. You get it? So with that being said, this isn't the first time. This is the only time it is televised. This is the only time the first time that we're able to see the intricacies of what is happening. See, they tell us we 13%. They tell us we 13%, and then they keep flooding in all these illegals, and it doesn't make sense. If we're such a small portion of the population, why do you need to keep flooding in all these illegals? Because there's a gang trying to dilute certain areas. But the diversion was when they went to Texas and Florida, them governors sent their ass up to Chicago. But guess what? That's done by design too. Because who was the most people who populated Chicago? I know they had gentrification, but listen, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. Who were the majority of the people who populated Chicago? I'll wait. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Because it's the same way in New Orleans, the same way in Atlanta, the same way in all of these states. All of these places, it's the exact same story. Same shit, different toilet, just flush it. You see what I'm saying? It was black people, and they flood these people. It happened in New York, too. That's why y'all had all them Puerto Ricans up there, Highland, Portiqua, Bodanas, and all of that. Same thing, because they're trying to drown you out. Okay? Now, it's not working, and it never has, but they continue to do it until it works. So now, instead of them using the blacks that they used in the 1800s, because mind you, hello, None of this happens without the blacks. Not even the foreign blacks, the half and half blacks, and the Acorn FBA blacks. Yes, they were in on it too. Hello. So they get the blacks to help them to get these people up here because they pay them hefty, just like the celebrities today. They pay them really good to help them to help them screw over America, or Black America for that matter. And then everybody goes home and gets paid. Okay. And then they did that in the 1800s. They paid all them politicians to allow all of this scrutiny, all of this stuff that was going on. Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, Meatball, all of them people were in on the heist. You just didn't know about it. You didn't even realize you was getting robbed. And even in 2024, all of the states where, all of the cities where they have all of these major migrant crises, what color are the mayors? I'll wait. Black American at that. Okay, so with that being said, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. They're doing what they've always done, and then rewriting history to make it seem like it was something else. That's literally all they're doing. That's literally all they're doing. But the thing is, you have more power today than you had in the past, not because of where you are financially or economically. No, you have more information than our ancestors had. So you have more power because you simply have more information. It's what you do with the information that matters. Okay? I need y'all to understand this. This ain't the first rodeo with this. They do this every 60 to 100 years. This is how they roll. You got the information, so that means you have more power. If our people knew what was going on, they definitely would have rebelled. Hell, it's a less chance for Negroes to rebel today because of the lack of information. But if our folks would have knew exactly who was portraying them, they would have rebelled like a mug. That's why they kept us down to the church house and down to the schoolhouse so we can give it to Jesus, the clear one at that. Okay? So, like I said, Brandon Johnson, Lori Lightfoot, Toya Cantrell, all them people, the Atlanta mayor, all them people is doing what they've already been doing. And now you have the opportunity to go check into why they're doing what they're doing and what's really going on. Okay? Girl, we've been on here 2.5 hours. For why? Why is we on here 2.5 hours? Y'all get the likes up on the video. Thank you, St. Hudson, for the super chat. Please watch your local town hall meetings. Every live meeting is on YouTube. We gotta pay attention to their playbacks, their playbooks. Absolutely. And listen, the patterns never change. Y'all do know that, right? The reason that they do the same thing they've always done is because they don't have to change the patterns. All they gotta do is indoctrinate the people to not pay attention. That's all. And even the ones who figure it out, all they gotta do is indoctrinate the ones who figure it out to accept it. Or at least get a leader, pastor, political person, teacher, professor, D9, HBCU, college grad, doctor, lawyer. Get them to get the masses under control. They don't have to change their pattern. They just got to get you to be foolish and be a fool. That's all. That's all. That's it. That's all. Thank you for the super chat. Hold on. Daisha, thank you for the super chat. I love it so bad here, like a real family voodoo. Y'all, my YouTube cousins. Absolutely. We are family. Yes. Come on now. Shout out. Thank you, boo, for the super chat. Shantia, thank you for the super chat. Using a Yesa Master. Oh, yeah. Using a Yesa Master as ninja to give the message. That's what they always do, fam. That's what they always do. And thank you, truly unlearning myself. Learning self for becoming a new member. Y'all, I gotta get off of here. This is on 2.5 hours. I gotta go home and get my child. Saint is it that is. But anyway, I appreciate each and everybody for being here. Shout out to Chicago, man. Y'all be strong and keep us posting online. Y'all go to posting on y'all social medias what's really going on. Because if y'all might, hey, Chicago, y'all and other cities like it. Because guess what? New Orleans probably gonna be the same way because Toya is a ratchet gap mouth heifer. So it wouldn't surprise me if Toya get her ugly ass up here talking about I ain't doing nothing. Don't know president tell me what to do. That's why I wish that girl in the bathroom would have whipped her ass that day when she went to the R&B night. But that's a whole nother story. But listen, Chicago, keep us posted. Because if y'all might have to get some grassroots organizations, go get Tariq Nasheed. He always talking about he grassroots. The hell, marching to Washington. Y'all been marching to Washington since the 60s. Girl, we don't need the march. We need to bash Mr. Overhead and think about heaven later. You get it? Y'all go get some of these grassroots, and we are the grassroots, but for real, the ones that's already organized, go get some of them people and say, hey man, we need help down here. What's going on? That's how you hold their feet to the fire, huh? But they ain't ready for that conversation. Thank you, Cosmic Sun Soul, for the super chat. Boo, every time. I love you down, Acorn. Love you more, my sweetheart, my sweet babies. Love you more. But I'm just saying, y'all want to put them grassroots to work? There you go. Go holler at Tariq, man. Look, Tariq, it's fucked up outside. We need galvanizing. What's up? Let's start putting these grassroots, these online grassroots to work. I'm here for it. Let's start doing it. And then we also need to galvanize amongst ourselves too. Go get Umar Johnson, the Prince of Pancoochie. Go get his ugly ass. Go get him. You want to go be a speaker and talk? Get your thick ass over here, nigga. They got a lot of beautiful. This how you get him. Tell him they got a lot of thick women in Chicago. He be down there. He know. He done been there. You know what I'm saying? So go and get these niggas. They put their money where their mouth is, man. But with that being said, man, I love y'all, man. I'm about to get off of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Nope, I'm still in between braids. But I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for the Joce. And if you're at the dollhouse, I'll put out some content. Love y'all down to the ground. I'm out. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, Blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.